true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Coyote may not be a household name, but we are a land name, and a work name, and a family name. And those are all the names we'll ever need. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Welcome everyone to the final of the Oakville Labor Day Classic. We apologize for the technical difficulties that prevented us from joining this game from the first end. As we understand it, they are playing in the second end. First end was blanked. Team Jacobs retaining the hammer and playing the yellow stones. And it looks like there's a number of them already in the house. So let's jump right in here and we'll do the reset at the start of the next end.
Thanks, Dale. Michael Sangster here again with Dale Austin. We are back here. Sorry for the problems. We're not sure what camera angles we're going to get. Looks like Team Jacobs lying 5 here with Skip Horgan's first rock here. Tanner Horgan throwing Skip's rocks. We have gotten through the technical problems, but we hopefully are good to go now. So we'll join us here in the second end, as Dale said. Here goes Skip Horgan's first rock. Team Jacobs lying 5. That's got some movement on it. That's got some heat. And he has run this one back on an angle and took out no Team Jacobs stock shots. So we have joined this game at just the right moment. Got to say this is a pretty big shot for Team Jacobs. They can put this in a good spot. It could be lights out early for Team Horgan. You don't come down from being down 4 or 5 or 6 early in a game. So I think Brad's going to spend a moment here figuring out exactly where to place this stone. Take a moment if you get a chance because of the late delay. I see we're already up to 160 viewers, but take a moment and share the link and let your friends know we're here for the final on all of your social media feeds, and just let people know by hitting that share button that you'd like others to watch. Good to see a crowd in the background now. Lots of masks on. We're getting a new look here. They're testing some of the new camera angles for next weekend's event too. So a lot of thinking going on here for Team Jacobs as to where to put this stone. Put it in the right spot, and Team Horgan's going to be in a world of hurt. So it looks like he's going to come in, maybe try and change some angles a little bit, but here we go. So there was some confusion on some of the team names I see. Dale will bring you up to speed with that as we start the third end. Been some changes in the roster here. So I would say Brad's going to try and suck this around just a little bit, put it on the top 8, top 4, and make the run back a little more difficult to get rid of any significant numbers. So again, thank you for joining us. We had some technical problems there, but here we go with Brad Jacobs' first stone in the second end.
That's right, Michael. For those of you checking in on curlingzone.com, you will see that this team is noted as Team Buke. John Buke is normally the skip of this team, but we understand that John has recently had a new addition to his family. So we wish him and his family all the best, and look forward to having John rejoin the competitive curling circuit when he can. So for this weekend, as Michael has said, Tanner Horgan throwing the skip rocks.
Brad's come right in here to the top 4. He has created an interesting angle there. I think he was trying to take away the draw for Team Horgan. Looks like he's maybe going to try and come the other way. That best case scenario there is holding Brad to lying 2. Very, very difficult place for Team Horgan at this point. I don't see another option for him other than maybe a quiet tap to move him around. But with Brad's heavyweight shooting game, not much not much else he can do there. Can't really come around the rock Brad put there and end up in much better spot than maybe lying third. But so he's going to try and put this on the corner of that shot on the corner of the button and put it square to it, I guess, flush to it, and lie third shot at best, at absolute best.
He is in full-on limit the damage mode right now. He is trying to find a way to cut down the number of points that Team Jacobs is going to score in this second end.
Yeah. So again, we'll be seeing who you all commentate, where you're watching from, who you're watching with. Let's read in the chat there and share it with others so they can join us to watch this game. I see Ian West has joined us to watch the game. Ian's not much of a curler or a golfer or a football player, but he likes sports. Bit of a Buffalo Sabres fan. Manitoulin Island, lots of different people in the house from all over the place. This is tracking in nicely. Has he got the weight to get to the face of it?
Gets it by.
Oh, little rub, not what he wanted there. That's got to give an opening for Brad. Oh, can he chip that maybe for 5? Get to the inside of it and just roll in a little bit and score 5? I would think that's a pretty good chance. So not a great shot at anything more than that, but a very healthy 5. Come down there with back 4 foot weight, chip it, roll a little bit. Kind of situation you like to have. So guys, sorry again, some of you in the chat, they had some technical problems getting connected to the cameras. You can see there that is covered a bit, so it's going to be hard for Brad to get to the inside with much weight, but I think he could get there with back 4, get a little bit of movement, and maybe get that to run. The Reds to run back don't line up great. So
running the guard. I guess that's not really good.
And for those of you that have joined us yesterday evening and earlier this morning, you'll notice that the camera angles that we're getting for the final game are slightly different from the ones that we had earlier. I'm not sure if that contributed to the technical difficulties, but I must say that this overhead camera is a bit of a delight in terms of determining the positioning of the rocks.
Still, Dale, I have to complain, have not received my telestrator where I could really do a good job on this, but going to make do with just the cameras. This is an improvement.
Michael, I did a bit of research in between games, and you'll be happy to know that Microsoft Telestrator, $12.29. So that should give you a pretty good indication of how they value our services this weekend.
Yeah, that hurts. I would have thought with all those top shelf sponsors they've got here that we would have had a chance. He's going to hit this high and hard, I think, figuring it'll spin out, probably lose the shooter and lose 1 or 2 here, but he's looking at a 3 or 4 ender here if he gets this right. Worst case, 2 yellows probably go. So he probably gets a 4 if he gets this, because it's going to spin off that stone.
Oh my God.
So things look pretty good. I thought he might have played it quieter, but I see what he's doing here. This will run right out of the house. As we get through further into the game, we'll review all of those sponsors that we've got. Proud to announce we got a few new ones that have come on during the morning game that we can talk about, plus his Northern Credit Union and Coyote and Kingsville Brewing. Let's see, Brad here. That's moving.
Curl.
No sweeping.
Curl.
They're looking for a bit of curl.
Fucking right, boys.
Oh, beautifully done. And a score of 5 in the second end for Team Jacobs. Absolutely beautifully done. So, cheers on Team Jacobs. This could be a quicker afternoon, Dale. We might be able to get down to the Prescott and have a pint this afternoon. We weren't sure that was going to happen, but it might work out. So with that, we'll take a break here and be back in a couple of minutes after a few commercials.
It's a good shot. Yeah, I think that's yours, yeah.
That's you got bigger mitts.
That was a good throw.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
At Coyote, we know that when the weekend rolls around, you have two choices. Kick up your feet or kick up some dirt. If only all decisions could be so easy. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Line's good. Okay, shot.
I think just in front of it, full 8.
Welcome back inside the Oakville Curling Club for the championship game of the Oakville Labor Day Classic. Thanks everyone for taking the time to join us on this holiday Monday. As we said, we joined this game in progress, so let me do a quick rundown of the teams. Playing the Yellowstones, Team Jacobs curling out of Northern Ontario, out of Sault Ste. Marie. At lead, Ryan Harnden. At second, EJ Harnden. At vice, Mark Kennedy. And throwing skip stones, Brad Jacobs. Their opponent today, throwing the Redstones, playing out of Kingston, Ontario. For Team Horgan, at lead, Scott Chadwick. At second, Wesley Forget. At vice, Jake Horgan. And skipping today, Tanner Horgan. So that should give you a bit of a set on the two teams today. I'll turn it back over to my friend and colleague, Michael, for a bit of play-by-play.
Colleague, wow, that's high praise from Dale. As we jump in here, I should point out they do not stop the game for our commercials, apparently, or our commentary. So we jump right back in usually to kind of lead second shots. We've got two corner guards, as you can see, obviously, and two in the house. Brad sticking to the traditional strategy, get in there and then split the house. So nice little 5 there, as you saw. Thanks for the rundown on the team names there. I see a little commentary in the chat about some of the language they picked up. Yeah, I think it's possible Brad did use the F-bomb. They get a little fired up sometimes. We are not in the arena, so we can't stop or talk to Brad or let him know that, but I'm sure he'll figure out at some point that he's got a live mic again, and he'll watch that kind of language. Though the irony for us is we expected those kind of things to be things we did, and as announcers, not things he did as a player. But as one of you said, that's kind of regular language for some of the guys from this team. So you see Jacob slips in for another one to live 3 and put the pressure on, and you'll see Team Horgan playing a little cute now, move some stones, create some backing, roll behind corners. Lots of nice little moves like that for Team Horgan available to them. So Brad, I don't know, Dale, you want to update us on a few of the sponsors of Team Jacob soon too, to thank them for putting this show together?
Yeah, for sure, Michael. Thank you very much. Certainly Team Jacobs and other top-notch curling teams couldn't do what they do without their lineup of sponsors. For Team Jacobs, Northern Credit Union, Coyote Tractors, Kingsville Brewery, Nobis Outerwear, Roy Inch & Sons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Not only are they proud sponsors of Team Jacobs, but they also allow us to bring you this coverage today. So we thank them very much. Ask you, if you can, to support them where you can, even if it's to drop by their websites or Facebook pages to leave a comment.
So I should, nice little tap there by Team Horgan. I think you missed one there, Dale. Just want to mention the new sponsor came in this morning, Steve's Pest Removal and Bed and Breakfast, down in the Espanola area. Their slogan, just, stay at our place while we empty yours. High hard one here coming from Team Jacobs. Going to start cleaning house with the 5-stroke lead. Been watching too much golf this weekend, 5-point lead. So that again, Steve's Pest Removal and Bed and Breakfast. Stay at our place while we empty yours.
So the path to the final, Michael, for these two teams, Team Jacobs defeated Team Tardy 6-3 in semifinal one to turn their record to 6-0. Team Horgan defeated Team Glenn Howard 3-2 in an extra end in the other semifinal earlier today. They are sitting on a 5-1 record and are on a bit of a roll. They lost their opening game of this Bonspiel and have strung together 5 consecutive victories.
Nice to see all the comments of where people are from. Yes, we are in the third end of this game right now. Not sure what we're seeing on the backboard there, but we are in the third end. We were late coming in. There was concern about what was going on, whether it was on our part, talent being difficult, but no, we had technical difficulties that delayed us coming on. It wasn't histrionics by the crew here, but it was more of a technical problem as they went back-to-back games and doing the best we can with what we've got here, and they're doing a fantastic job.
Michael, I don't want to let any trade secrets out here, but that may have been tactics by my agent to just turn the screws a little bit on Jerry and his team.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Not sure it's going to get us anywhere, but there you go. So interesting little shot there. That was almost a miss. Ends up chipping a little one into the corner of the rings there. Not sure Brad will like that one. Sitting somewhere you can go behind. Absolutely. There you see it right away. Quite a discussion going on about the language that was used by one of the curlers on the sheet in the chat, Dale. I think we're going to just acknowledge it probably happened and move on from there. But, we'll see Team Horgan here try and bury a stone now. For those of you who weren't here for the morning game or yesterday, Dale and I are volunteered to jump in this weekend and do this. We've never done this before, but we're having fun and just trying to keep it loose and fun. Lots of dad jokes as we see Team Horgan come down the sheet here, trying to tuck one into the corner.
And we have been reminded on numerous occasions that it is a hot mic 100% of the time. So apologies that our hot mics on the surface have picked up some of that colorful language.
Absolutely. I was reminded, and maybe, I don't know, Dale, maybe you know the answer to this, but do you know what happens in a Chinese zoo when they run out of bamboo?
No, Michael, I don't.
Pandemonium. Again, keeping with the clean dad jokes to build on the earlier theme of bad language. We're moving on from the bad language. Brad looking to take out the Horgan stone here, roll to the middle, maybe roll all the way across the sheet. I think the rock on the 4-foot will be in his way from doing that, but opportunity hit stick, lie 3. Mark Kennedy, nice and low to the ice, as always. How I wish I could bend like that today.
Michael, I'll take this opportunity to let people know that the women's final is also on the ice at the same time. We have Team Tracy Fleury out of Manitoba curling against Team Suzanne Burt out of Prince Edward Island. And after 2 ends of play, it is Team Burt leading Team Fleury 3-1.
Not quite a 5.
Not quite a 5, no, but
haven't curled against Brad. I've golfed against Brad. I'm not sure I'd want to look down the board and see a 5-0 lead. Although after 2, that's the kind of game you and I would have shooken hands and gone to the bar. We are actually known, our team, for having left at Bonspiel semifinal after 2 ends. It wasn't a good start. Playing the double here, trying to create a little bit of magic. Just rolled that shooter, I think, out to be 4th. Oh, right out of the rings. Nope. It's 5th, I'd say, right now. So it looks like Brad's got an open hit to lie 4, and by my eye, so nice to have this overhead angle. What would be really cool is if I had a telestrator and I could put rings out and really measure it, but you can look at it all you want, Mark. We're going to play the hit and sit here and lie 3. It's a little harder to follow the rock coming down the sheet with these angles, but it is nice to have the overhead Dale and I are recreational curlers here in Ottawa. Friends of Brad, Brent Lang from one of the other rinks, and Brad asked us to step in and do this, and we've been having a little fun doing it. So have a cocktail with us, have a cup of coffee, whatever you feel is appropriate this afternoon, and let's watch some curling. I'd put the chances of him hitting and sticking around 98% here, wouldn't you, Dale?
I think that's a fair bet, Michael. He, as I said earlier, he's probably thrown about 1 million of these in his career, and is not likely to miss them.
It's nice to see this team gelling. I felt like they just didn't quite get it going last year at any one point, and they won a few things, but they just didn't connect at the right times.
Yeah, very difficult circumstances last year. Curling, not curling. Wondering whether events were going to happen. Hopefully, we will have the semblance of what I will call a more regular curling season this year. Lots of big events coming up.
Need a little movement here. Nice shot. Oh, he did roll out. Wow, we jinxed him there, didn't we? We put a Vic Routers on him on that one. So that's on us. So as we mentioned earlier, I see a few comments. This is all being broadcast for some iPhones. I'm guessing it's not an iPhone in the roof, probably a permanent camera they've got, the feed of. But really, really well done by Jerry and the crew who've put this together and put the commercials together, and the sponsors who paid for it. So thank you to all of them. It's nice, as we said all weekend long, nice to just watch curling again.
And we do ask those of you who are joining us today via the Facebook feed or elsewhere, please push it out on your own social media channels. Let people know that this is available. If you are a curling fan and you are somehow need to watch curling on a holiday Monday afternoon, it would be great for us if you would share it with your social media streams as well.
Yeah, I can confirm that we will not. We have not received confirmation yet, Dale, on the Kingsville beer. Case of beer each, but Brad was confident between games that something would be worked out for our commentary. That is our only payment. So we'd be looking forward to that. This is tracking in nicely. He should be able to bury this and be shot, but it looks like he's a little heavy. He's okay with that. The key was being buried, but he is shot rock actually. So well played. He'd like to have been about a foot shorter, but I think Brad can follow that down and tap that now. They do not look happy. They look a little demoralized.
Early in this game yet, Michael, still only the third end, but obviously cannot afford to fall any further behind Team Jacobs at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jocelyn. Appreciate the call you're making to TS on our behalf. Nice to see that in the chat. Dale and I are looking for work. We got these daytime jobs, but this sounds like it'd be more fun. Nicole Kennedy has joined us. We believe Nicole has some sort of a friendship with Mark Kennedy. She suggested that Jerry might be laying up in the rafters holding a phone there. So still lots of chat about the use of foul language. I'm not even sure they're wearing mics. I don't see a mic. I think there probably just was one added to the ice and they didn't know it was there. So if anybody can help us in the chat, seems to be a lot of people again from the Sioux watching the game. We're trying to figure out what that relationship is between Nicole and Mark, and why there's so many people from Sault Ste. Marie enjoying the game today.
Michael, you will recall that my significant other once uttered a sentence to you that was 95% expletives, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think you're correct there. A little miss there from Brad. Open hit here, roll a little bit to the inside, score a deuce. Don't even look at anything else. That's all you got there, sir. So this would be a nice little comeback for Horgan. They're going to feel a little confidence from this. We are going to see them putting a lot of rocks in play in the fourth end as we come back towards the house. In the hack, ready to go. It's a lot of colors in that jacket, isn't it, Dale?
There's an awful lot of sponsors there. Unfortunately, we can't. My eyesight not good enough to read them all on my screen, which is fantastic for Team Horgan. It's these teams can't do what they do without sponsors.
Nice hit and stick there. Score a deuce. We'll head off to a commercial and be back for the fourth end.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
The difference between a clean tractor and a dirty one can be found in the heart of the person who holds the key. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Welcome back, everyone. We're in the fourth end of play in the Oakville Labor Day Classic final. Team Jacobs holding a 5-2 lead over Team Horgan. Team Jacobs with the hammer here in the fourth.
Back to the tradition here. I was on mute, and that seems to be one of the things that comes up most in 2020 and 2021. You're still on mute as people talk into the microphone. So 2 rocks out front. Horgan's got to be happy with that. Got to figure he's throwing another center guard now. Trying to muddy it up, go for a steal of 1 here or hold Brad to 1. Long ways back with only 5 ends left, but still lots of time. Nice to see all the different people where you're posting from. Cape Breton, Dale, you'll be interested to see here. Debbie is watching all the way today from Canada. Canada, I believe that is. Canada.
Debbie might be my neighbor. Nice to see you, Debbie. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to see all these posts. So there we go. He did throw a center guard. Brad's going to play the little tap back. Going to put his foot on the gas here and see what he can do. Appreciate all your lovely comments, folks. We are having fun doing this. Here's a good question for you, Brad. I don't know if you know, Dale, I don't know if you know the answer to this one, but what do you call a boomerang that doesn't work?
Well, I would call it a stick, but I'm not sure what others would call it.
You finally got it right. It's actually exactly what it is, a stick. Not a great shot there for Team Jacobs. I don't believe he was looking to raise Team Horgan to the top of the button behind cover. So we're going to see some fastballs coming from Team Jacobs in a moment. But in the meantime, Team Horgan, play a little cover shot here. Half bury, it would be ideal for him. Brad can't be happy with that result. That did not move at all. Eventually, I will run out of dad jokes. We're in the final, so good news for you, Dale.
Thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, if Team Horgan can position this rock just on the center line there, that will be behind that one on the top of the 4 foot will be behind a wall of granite.
I think Thunder Bay here, Cape Breton, Fast River, Saskatchewan is here. For those of you who don't know, that is also known as Swift Current. Gun, Alberta, from the Sioux again. More people from the Sioux for some reason. So
it's going to have to work hard to get this by here. They do, hoping it's not going to over curl.
Won't be terribly disappointed there. He's trying to create some layers. He wanted that a little deeper, but Brad's going to rip, and I think he just called for the quadruple takeout. I think he may have just was saying get something else here, but knowing these guys, they'll probably remove all 4. Much better, Jerry, much better camera angles to work with today. Appreciate it. I won't harbor on the telestrator, but the camera angles are much better. Yep, that thing is moving. Only got 1. They won't be happy with that. So now I think you're going to see them come in and maybe tap that back or go top 8. Bring the action in a little bit closer. Nanaimo, BC, Desperate again in the house. And Sherry, who was at the 2010 Olympics when they won gold. For those of you watching on YouTube, there is a Facebook chat where we're getting all these comments. So that's why we're talking about some of these. Hinton, Alberta. These camera angles, you're right, Sherry, much, much better. So appreciate that, Jerry, the team. You can see they're actually better looking cameras out there. Those might not even be iPhones. That one moved. We are going high tech. So a lot of debate here. I would have thought, oh, it's another option. I would have thought he might just tap that or just put one around the top. There, as we've mentioned in some of the earlier games, there are no clocks here today. 8 end games.
So Michael, as a skip, you really enjoy it when the team yells down from the other end of the rink, correct?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite activities. Really enjoy, especially, maybe somebody who's half paying attention to the game, not really watching the shots, playing the front end, let's say, yelling down, calling a new shot. That really, skips love that. Got a question here, direct question here. How many beers in Sangster? Early game, Don. Not that many in, but we are participating. We are enjoying the Kingsville product, and having a good day today. Again, though, we wouldn't mind seeing another case sent out to the houses. Okay, so he is playing the come around. That looks to me like he's going to crash. Oh, just a tick. That is not a good result. We're going to see the come off here. I think off the corner one now, and played properly, Brad will be lying 1 behind cover. Oh, he's going to actually slash him and open it up at the same time, maybe. Yeah, I think that's the shot.
Yeah, Team Horgan letting Team Jacobs off the hook a little bit there. They had a chance to really apply some pressure and just got a rub on that guard just off the center line.
Yeah. For those of you who were late joining the game, we missed the first end. It wasn't actually technical problems. Dale got to his dressing room and there weren't any blue Smarties as part of his rider. He expects to have a bowl of blue Smarties before we got on the air, and they weren't there. So we were delayed by that. Once they were delivered, we went live to watch Brad take 5 in the second end. Here we go. That is big weight, hard to stick it.
Oh.
And sticks it, rolls forward a little bit. I think you're going to see Team Horgan come around with the same draw now and try and put one in the forefoot. The mastery these guys throw the weight with is pretty incredible. Yeah, that is a full camera in the corner there. So we are not just working with iPhones anymore. Those of you who are looking, we've had some requests. This game's also on YouTube and another curling website, I believe, and TSN is now carrying it on TSN Ocho number 8. If you can find that on your TSN channels.
Yeah, that one's down the dial a little bit. You might have to look hard.
We will give a point to the first person who knows what the TSN Ocho 8 is in the chat. A special prize for the person who guesses what Ocho is. This looks like it's wide. Gonna take that back as far as he can and bury that thing. He got it to full buried. Great sweeping there by the front end hogs. We also are outrageous a little bit at times just to make sure we know you're listening. But we are getting your comments. So nice to see Horgan battling back here, giving everything they got. Brad's going to go up, clean the front, maybe get a run back if he crosses the face of that yellow stone and get himself into a good spot. Yep, there you go. Simple little run back. Take one stone into another, pick the one off the 4 foot, lie one quarter buried. So
Called and made, as they say.
Yep. Yeah. Now Horgan's going to try and come around and hide one in the back corner here. Corner of the 4. Gotta say, I want to see this Oakville Curling Club. Looks like a nice spot. Meant to take a look. Didn't get a chance to look and see how old the club is, but it sure does look like it's in nice shape.
Yeah, and most of these teams are back at the Oakville Curling Club next weekend for another event. So it's getting a significant amount of use.
I have to say, I've been in the Sault Ste. Marie Curling Club, and that is a beauty. That is a beautiful curling club. Beautiful upstairs area. I spent more time in the bar than the ice surface. Wooden, beautiful, beautiful spot. This needs a lot of curl to get buried.
Par for the course, Michael. More time in the bar than on the ice.
True. Might be why we play men's league, not Olympic qualifiers. Nice shot. Kept it high. I think you can see Brad just run that one back. Yeah. No one's picked up on the Ocho reference. TSN Ocho 8 yet. Thought someone might remember the movie that's from. We are going a little deep with that one.
A little bit of a discussion here about exactly how they want to play this shot to remove that red stone.
Should take a moment and thank the sponsors again. We got a moment here just to mention, take a second if you get, go to their Facebook page, thank them for being a sponsor and making sure that this event happened. Well done, Jebediah. Dodgeball was the movie that actually led to the creation of ESPN 8, the Ocho. So far, movie references have been Major League and Dodgeball today. I think, Dale, that's it so far?
I think that's it so far. Yeah. Mark now playing a lighter weight hit here, it looks like.
Now people are correcting my references to Ocho. They're probably correct. We don't use fact-based arguments on this broadcast. We just know it was mentioned in the movie. Nice shot. Ooh, almost got the spin into lie two. That's going to be buried even better now. He's going to have to put this thing back 4 to bury this stone now. So anybody on the feed today from outside of Canada? We had some American friends this morning. We had Slovenia, we had England, we had Japan, and we had Sweden. Interested in hearing if we got anybody from outside of Canada on the show.
And Taiwan as well, Michael.
Taiwan, you are correct. 2 shots left in the end. Horgan's first, trying to bury this one back 4.
Tracking down nicely.
Best color commentary guy in the business.
There you go. We'll see where this one ends up.
Oh, that's looking really good. Can he get some finish? Nicely done. They're all looking at each other here like something went wrong. Did he tap it? He burnt the stone.
Oh, he burnt the stone.
That is an expensive little mistake there. Got to think Brad's going to get there first now. We could be having a discussion about that if we get a different camera angle.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the brushing on the way down. I assume it was the brushing.
We've got St. Louis, Missouri in the U.S. is our furthest away so far on this show. Yeah, I think Brad's just going to get there first. Pretty disappointing for Team Horgan there. Some stunned look on the front end, Herndon boys. There is a very good possibility of a Kingsville beer in their future this evening, the way things are going. I think Dr. Brad today, they're just hanging around in Oakville, staying there until next game on Thursday when they go back at it.
Well, we were chatting a little bit earlier, and they said that the Oakville Curling Club has kind of made the ice available to teams that do wish to stick around to have kind of mini training camps, ice available for practice in between games. So I'm sure teams will make good use of that availability.
Stone tracking in nicely. He doesn't have to bury it nor want to bury it as much. Maybe just peek a corner of it on the top four. Look at that weight control. Would have liked to have been just a hair shorter. And I'm not sure they can get any kind of tap and roll inside or anything. So yeah, he's at desperation time now. Trying to get something into a scoring position. I see a question there from Vinny wondering what the first prize money is. I haven't looked at the draw sheet to see what the prize money is. Maybe Dale will find it, or one of you will in the chat. I hadn't seen what that was. I thought I saw one around $8,000, but
Just taking a look here, Michael. Give me 1 second.
so this is a high risk shot here for Horgan. Not sure he has much else, but miss this one. You're giving up a 3 and down 6 to Team Jacobs. Down 5 looked bad. So here we go. He's going to try and come in off this one. That is throwing the heat. He likes it.
Oh, that's
not enough roll.
Not enough.
That is going to be an open hit for 3, and we may be able to head over to the Prescott soon, Dale. He may not even be lying 3 now. Lying second shot. He's not. I think Brad is actually lying 2 right now, but he will play the hit.
Yeah, he's not going to take a chance.
Yeah. Quite the crew watching. Nice to see Kim joined us. Joanne, Georgie, Sault Ste. Marie, Richards Landing, Toronto, Beardmore, St. Joseph Island, all over the place joining us today to enjoy this game. Happy Labor Day to all of you. Starting to feel more and more like Vic Routers when I say things like Happy Labor Day. Nice little soft weight hit by the looks of it. Oh, there's that concentration. This looks like it needs a little bit of curl. Nope, right on the nose. 8-2, I think we would call a fairly substantial lead. We may be shaking hands here, ladies and gentlemen. I see a lot of hand pumps going on here. This looks like a very quick game we've seen today.
So that is Team Jacobs with an 8-2 victory over Team Horgan to win the Oakville Labor Day Classic. Michael, let me just take one more opportunity to thank Team Jacobs sponsors, Northern Credit Union, Coyote Tractors, Kingsville Brewery, Nobis Outerwear, Roy Inch & Sons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing.
That I've left with about 5 dad jokes on the screen here, ready to go. So that was quite the end to the game. That caught us off guard. You saw a commercial run while we were talking. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to the sponsors that made this happen, and Jerry and the crew for making it work out. And we'll maybe see you again sometime. But congratulations, Team Jacobs.
And have a great curling season for those of you who are about to start your seasons. Stay safe.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.
Coyote may not be a household name, but we are a land name, and a work name, and a family name. And those are all the names we'll ever need. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
At Coyote, we know that when the weekend rolls around, you have 2 choices. Kick up your feet or kick up some dirt. If only all decisions could be so easy. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Northern Credit Union, a true partner, sweeping you to financial victory.
Keeping your dollars where they belong.
You're never far from Northern Credit Union. We're just one phone call away.
If you have a question or need a hand, speak to a real live local person for banking.